Question 5. Solve for x using the quadratic formula. 4x squared plus 7x minus 1 equals 0. So in order to use the quadratic formula, we have to be familiar with the quadratic equation in standard form. So our quadratic equation in standard form is ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. And when I teach this, I always color code it. So I make A red and B blue and C green. And then we'll identify those in the equation that we were given. So A is that coefficient in front of x squared. So in this example, it's 4. B is the coefficient of x. So in this example, it's 7. And C is that number on its own plus C. Well, here I see minus. So that's like plus -1. So C is going to be -1 in this example. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to write out the formula. And I told you do not have to memorize the formula. You just need to be able to use it. Okay? So the formula is -b plus or minus root of b squared minus 4ac all divided by 2a. And that gives a solution. So that's the value of x is equal to this whole formula. So let's see, how do we use the formula? Well, wherever I see b, I'm going to put in the number that I have in my equation for b. And in this case, that's 7, right? B is the blue. It's 7, so I'm going to put 7 in for b here. And I'm going to put, my eraser's not working. Here we go. I'm going to put 7 in for b over here. And then I have a. For a, I'm going to put in 4. And we are multiplying, so I'm putting parentheses to show it's going to be -4 times 4. And then for C, I'm going to put in -1. And then on the bottom, I have 2a. For a, I had 4, so that's 2 multiplied by 4. Okay, so I plugged in all of the correct numbers in the correct parts of the formula. Now I want to simplify this a little. So I did tell you that if you would like, you could use a calculator for this. So feel free to go ahead and put this in a calculator and see what you get when you simplify. Okay, but I'm going to talk through the simplifying because I'm not using a calculator for it. So I have x equals -7 plus or minus root of, well, let's see, 7 squared. That means 7 times 7. That's 49. Then I have -4 times 4 times -1. -4 times 4 would be -16. -16 times -1 flips that sign to positive 16. On the bottom, I have 2 times 4, which is 8. Okay, so a little more simplifying, -7 plus or minus root in that parentheses. I still want to add 49 and 16. So we're going to add that. And we get 65. And that's divided by 8. 65 is not a perfect square, so we can't simplify that radical. So we're just going to leave it. Now, sometimes it's not a perfect square and you could still simplify it, but I don't discuss simplifying radicals in Algebra 1. So we're just going to leave it the way it is, and this is our solution. X is equal to -7 plus or minus root 65 divided by 8. And remember, that's really two solutions. -7 plus root 65 over 8, -7 minus root 65 over 8. And if you found that to be too quick because you're not familiar enough with using the formula, go back, watch the video again, and try it again on your own.